Chama chame, chama wingabo. Just waiting for some of y'all to get on. I know y'all thought I was gonna on it too. I can't do two all the time. To restart my computer and stuff. Plus they're doing like, ooh. They're doing, if y'all can hear it, they're doing construction. I was trying to wait till they finish. OCO. And they still going. Chame. What's up, you guys? Yeah, it's still like, I hope y'all can hear me. I don't know what they're doing, jackhammering, all type of stuff out here. Hey, Nubia. Lito Linda. Hey, Zero. So we're gonna go, let me talk louder. Oh, you don't hear it? Good. Peace, Shiva. We're gonna go back to where we left off. And I'm gonna back up a little bit so we can get back into these surnames. Let's see. So, let's see. We left off on Forest Hazel, listed some of the Okanichi, Sapani, that tried to sign up on the Dawes or the Gillian. Y'all know I'll be messing up these names. Guion Miller, the rolls. I'm sorry. So the Dawes rolls and the Guion Miller rolls as Cherokee. These are some of the surnames that were on there that signed up, who were from these indigenous families. Okay, Guy, Jeffries, Wilson, and Gibson. And I'm a Gibson. Okay. Helito Lucius. So, it says the research of Richard Hathcock. Now we know Hathcock was one of the indigenous surnames that were mentioned on the other list. He said hi. Yeah, it was mentioned on the other list. So Richard Hathcock, spelled Haithcock, has done some excellent work researching the Sapani Indians. Following was gleaned from his writings. Therefore, I'm just going to leave the surnames he came up with in one section alone. It is mostly in chronological order and not by location, you guys. So these are some of the surnames that were on actual treaties and other official documents indicating that these people were Indian. Hey, Lovelace. If y'all don't know, Lovelace had this great show on OP, how do you spell his name? Opie Miha on his channel, and also Kareem Mio. I'm sorry, did I spell it right? Did I say it right? Kareemio, right. Y'all know him. His channel is really popular. So Lovelace was just on there. And Lovelace, can you leave everybody your email if you guys want to connect with him? He does genealogy. He's a genealogist as well. And he's having a 60-day challenge. And he's charging only $100 to do your genealogy for you. So if you could put your email, people can contact him there. Because it's not, it's not all about money. We all are trying to help you guys and get your genealogy going. Y'all know I do genealogy, so y'all see it's not about money because I'm plugging this brother in. And he's located in New York. I'm not sure if he does in-person genealogy, but you guys can contact him by his email. I believe it's lovelegacy400@gmail.com. So we'll put that in there for you guys. But let's get back to this list. We're starting with 1677, Second Plantation Treaty. And these are the Sapani chiefs on here. Maste Gone, spelled Mastegone, and Tachapoke. Tachapoke, spelled Tachapoake. Peace, Shiva. And one Monacan chief is on here. His name is Surnames, spelled Surene. Nough. Sereno. Peace, Tony. Now is in 1714. There's chiefs of the Sapani at Fort Christiana. Those who don't know about Fort Christiana, I mentioned it several times. I think the last video, and then other videos I mentioned them as well. But the people at Fort Christiana, were involved in the Nat Turner Rebellion, and they were also involved in other indigenous rebellions as well. Peace to you, lady. So these are some of the chiefs in 1714. Oh, also they were at the school that William and Mary had, and I did a video on that one as well. If you want to check out the first indigenous school, and some of their children were in that school as well. All right. So the chiefs on there is Tanhi Soka, spelled Tanheesok, and Hoont Sky, Hoontsky. So those are two of the Sapani chiefs on there. And in 1722, there's a treaty that mentions the following Sapani. Chamagapo, Donnie, cousin. All right, so this is the 1722 treaty that's mentioning the following Sapanis: Great George, John Saano, spelled Sauano, Ben Harrison, Captain Tom, Paya or Pryor. So Paya and Pryor are the same surname, or the surname Pryor is for some families came from Paya in the Siouan language. Sapani Tom, Tony Mack, Harry Irvin, just like Michael Irvin, and Maine Hip, spelled Manehip. So those are some of the Sapani that were on that treaty of 1722. Let me see what you guys are talking about. Lito Grateful, Ngapo American Indian, Peace Knowledge Seeker, Peace Bam. All right. Yes, Harrison. Yes, I said Harrison. His name is Ben Harrison, 1722 Sapani, treaty with the Sapani. Okay, now we're going to get into 1738. Carlson says the following in his PhD dissertation. Where are we reading from? Oh, we're back on the Vance Hawkins .blogspot.com blog, where he has a lot of the Indian names listed on there. So he's done extensive research, and then he's quoting from other people's research as well. Okay, so the quote is from 1738 on the Orange County court records, mentions various petitions from Alexander Murchtune, John Sana, and the March tune is spelled like Maurchton. Thank you, Sheba. That's my Cash App, you guys, if you want to donate to my research. John Sana, this one here. John Collins. Now we know we've been seeing the Collins surname a million times, and Collins are also related to several different groups, the Powertons, also the Cheraw and other groups as well. John Bowling, and the Bowling surname is their direct descendants of Pocahontas, which are the Pamunky and Mattaponi. Thank you, who taught you. Much love to you too. I saw you in the other chat, on the other genealogy live. It was really good. I enjoyed you guys, Lovelace and Opima and Cremio. I keep y'all know I butchered some names. I'm not doing it on purpose. Okay, and it says, and others, all of whom are descended there specifically as Christian Sapani Indians. John Sana or Siano, we already saw him listed before as under a different spelling, is mentioned in both the 1722 and the 1738 accounts. So he must have been a chief or some type of councilman to be on these lists, right? Kareem Mayo. Kareem Mayo. Okay, Kareem Mayo. Okay. Because Opie Miha, he said his name different. I was like, is that right? I don't know. So Kareem Mayo. Kareem Mayo. Kareem Mayo. I have to get it right. So y'all check out Kareem Mayo's channel. Y'all know I posted him before on my community page. He has a lot of good videos as well. Right, Kareem Mayo. He has a whole bunch of good historical videos. So you guys check him out too. All right, Sapani. Okay, so these are another list of mentioning of the Sapani and Tutelo tribes, which all come from the Siouan nations. Tribal name, nationality, L here. Yeah. So Sapani, Tulelo, the Cheraw, all these people are Siouan in nature. And there's a whole controversy on whether the Siouan originated over here or the Siouan migrated from the Midwest, because we know that they're related to the Lakota people. And we know that the buffalo migrated both directions. There's buffalo that migrated from Virginia and North Carolina to the Midwest. And there's buffalo from over there that migrated over here. And we know that the Siouan people followed the buffalo. So there's a whole controversy about that. But the Powhatan people say the Siouan people are foreign to over here. But it could just be that they're hating. We don't know. Where are we reading from? VanceHawkins.blogspot.com. He has a whole blog list of surnames and their association with the Indian tribes and families. The Sioux all migrated from the ancestral homeland Ohio Valley and spread out to the four winds. Okay, I never heard that one before. That's interesting. Let's see. It makes sense though. But there's a lot of Siouan. Thank you, Lafayette. Thank you for the donation, for the Cash App. Thank you. Yeah, but you know, Kiowa, there's a lot of Siouan people from Virginia and North Carolina who swear that they originate here. They swear they have archaeology to prove that. But the thing is, like, how long ago are you talking about that you were here? And like you said, they come from the Ohio Valley, and then the other ones, the Lakota, are saying they always been where they are. So it's a lot of people saying a lot of different things. And then we know the Siouan people, you know, some of them came up from Mexico with the Iroquois and the Algonquins and the Muskogee. So it, you know, especially with the intermarriage, it depends basically on what clan and family you're from for some of this information. So Catawba been in Carolinas at least 10,000 years. Yeah, that's what they're saying. But I mean, Catawba could say that, but really, sometimes they're saying they intermarried with the people who are already here as well. Because the power didn't say that they've been here 50,000 years, but we know we all haven't been here that long. So that's the whole thing with that. Like, I know for a fact that my family migrated from Mexico, and of course they married people who were already here. So they can say, yeah, we migrated from Mexico and be right. And then they can say we always been in this one spot of land and be right as well. So that's, you know, for indigenous people, that's how they speak. They don't go in halves. You don't say, this is my half brother, this is my half sister, or I'm half Mexican, I'm half this. You're always full in every part of you, if y'all understand that. Okay, so 1739, the Sapani camp is mentioned on the S side, I'm assuming south, Newest River in Craven County, North Carolina. 1740, Tulelo start their migration to Six Nations. So y'all don't know, the Six Nations of the Iroquois are up in the Ohio Valley. They moved, like during colonization, they all moved like around Mexico, not Mexico, New York, upstate New York, places like that. to make their capital, I assume, the capital in the English translation of it. But that's where the Longhouse Society and all that was located up there. So their government was basically in New York. For the Tulalip or any type of Sapanis to join the Iroquois, that's saying a whole lot, because those were enemies, and I keep telling y'all, all these three different groups were enemies of each other. Sapani, they kind of flip-flam more so, but they definitely weren't that cool with the Iroquois before the English got here, or the Spanish, because they were getting the brunt of a lot of the attacks from the Iroquois warpath, which is usually on the west side of Virginia, North Carolina, South Carolina, down Georgia. And the Sapani were in the middle, and the Algonquins were on the coastline, so they were kind of a buffer for the wars that was going on against the Iroquois and the Algonquins. So they took a lot of hits when it wasn't necessary. What do you know about the indigenous aboriginals of New Orleans? I know a little something. We're going to get down to it. There's people more knowledgeable in that than me, but I'm going to do some more research for you, and maybe I can see if I can get some people on here to be guests to discuss it. But, you know, they took this whole Hangouts thing off. I don't know how to do it. I'm going to have to figure out how to do it, because I'm not technical with YouTube like that. Hi, Saeed. How you doing? All right, so 1742, Sapani are mentioned in Orange County, Virginia. And here are some of the names. Maniasa, Captain Tom. I don't know who Maniasa is. I'm assuming it's a woman chief. Captain John. See, there's a lot of captains on here. Captain Tom is on here again. I think those are more like the titles or translation of titles. Blind Tom, Foolish Zach, Little Zach, assuming that's Foolish Zach's son. John Collins is on here. Hey, salute Wanagi. Charles Griffin is on here. Griffin, Griffen. Alexander Marchatoon, I'm sorry. Macartoon, that's a Siouan word. John Bowling again. Isaac and Tom, so it's probably Tom Jr. Let's see what y'all talking about. You said Satanic Catapa Sioux for life. OCO, Derek. Please thank you. Please like and subscribe if you haven't. Share it out so other people can get on here and ask some of these questions and see some of this information, because the stuff that we've been doing, all of us, and I'm glad to see a whole bunch of other people doing the genealogy stuff as well. All the genealogy stuff is really helping and connecting everybody. Really. It's very important. Very important. So many Indians have given the title Captain, General, etc. I always wonder why they hid the Indian under military titles. Well, it could have been military titles in their tribe. We didn't just have one chief and that's it. We had the war chief, we had the peace chief. The war chief is usually a male. Peace chief is usually a female. Then we had the people on the council. We had the clan mothers. And that's just in one tribe. That's not even in the whole empire or nation. So you can have the war chief and peace chief of the Pawnee. Then you have the war chief, peace chief of Chickahominy. But then there's a whole another emperor or empress that's over everybody. Okay, so it's a whole hierarchy. It's not exactly like how the European government system is set up. Isn't it true that entire Louisiana used to be part of Florida? Yeah, the whole Gulf Coast, excuse me, I'm about to have a Louisiana accent. The whole Gulf Coast down there was called Florida at one point. That's including Florida, as well as up to part of South Carolina. And that's just marking the territory of the Spanish at the time. And of course, y'all know it changed after the Louisiana Purchase. Right. Hey, David. It's very true, sis. I look at it like a hijack. Almost because when you read it in history and see those names, you don't think Indian. Yeah, and that's what I've been trying to explain to you guys, because I keep getting trolls on here saying that, oh, these surnames are European, they're not Indian. But these are the straw man names of these people, the names they do business and commerce in, and the names that they use within European society. So, of course, a lot of them are going to be European or interpretations of indigenous names in a European language, English or Spanish or whatever, whichever territory they were in. Okay. What y'all talking about? Oh, no problem. Ooh. Okay, so 1743, per Carlson, it says the Christians of Pawnee went south to live near Catawba lands. However, in 1745, they were back in Virginia, in Louisa County, near to their former lands in Orange County. In the mountains south of Rapidan Station, the Christians of Pawnee will reside in the area for some time and will be noted as Nassayan. Nassayan. Spelled Nassayn. Nassayan. Sapani for the people. That's what it meant. On the 1749 through 1750 era maps. How you doing, Renzo? You said, I haven't sent you the email yet. The U.S. Supreme Court has ruled that a state can't amend treaties. That means our land dispute issues are settled. I write the pleadings, Carolina Treaties 1663 and 1665. Wow. Yeah, a lot of stuff they're doing, Gwendolyn, is illegal. It's very illegal what they're doing. They know it is. They're just like, okay, now what you gonna do about it? Really? That's what it all comes down to. So back to this, it says the names listed living in this area are Sam and William Collins. So you see Collins' name again. Along men named George and Thomas Gibson. Gibson name again. Sam Bunch, Ben Branham, and a few others were changed by Louisa County Court of Concealing Titles. Okay, and then these same surnames, like the Gibsons, we come from Jane Gibson and Gibson, and they weren't Sapani. So the Sapani stuff, so one of their sons married a Sapani woman, in this case for George and Thomas Gibson. Okay, so y'all see how the exchange of the women, and then the women also give their surnames as well. If that makes sense. So you can be Sapani by the woman, you can be Powerton by the woman. Do y'all understand? Hope y'all get what I'm saying. But these are the same families, right? But they are different tribes because of the woman. Okay. Yes. I'm trying to read y'all stuff. OP, Mija. Wingapo, I just mentioned you guys on here. I was telling everybody to check out your video you did today. It's a real good live. All right. So y'all see those same surnames. You see Collins, you see Gibson, Bunch, and Branham on this one. And they were the Nassayan. What? Nassayan. The Nassayan, meaning Sapani for the people. Oh, appreciate you too. So Elizabeth Chavis is one of your great grandmothers. Okay, so we're probably related some way through the Gibsons. I agree with you, sis. The power is in the blood, and that's how they get control of this land, by the blood. Right, the blood. That's why the genealogy is important, to know your bloodline. Okay. You said tribal mutts. That's not the right way to say it. You wouldn't be a tribal mutt because you go by your clan. How can you be a mutt when you're in the same clan, right? So Pawnee, I mean the Siouan, the Iroquois, and the Algonquians all have the same clans, right? You can be Bear Clan and all of those different ethnicities, but regardless, you're gonna be Bear Clan, and that's what people used to go by. That's your family group. Like just like the case with the Gibsons I just told you. Jane Gibson, and Gibson, her I believe that's either her father, her brother. They all have descendants that are in a lot of the groups, a lot of the tribes on the East Coast. So, you know, but they are the same clan, right? Right. So I believe the Gibsons are the Bear Clan. I cannot be exactly sure because I'm not. What'd you say? I remember on Instagram that I told you I had answers that came from South Carolina. I did further research and saw they were born in South Carolina, moved to Mississippi, and owned land in Meriden. Oh, okay, that's great. You said you have those Gibsons, well, we cousins then. If you have those Gibsons, yes, we cousins. Hey, cousin. Definitely. Oh my goodness, my hair is everywhere, you guys. I'm looking crazy. Scratching my face again. All right, so did I miss something? You going to put up a website, Gwendolyn? Okay, let us know about it. I'm not really a legal person, but I support you guys in your legal efforts. All right, so, and 1749, you said you have Gibsons in Bertie County. Okay, yeah, some of them, like I was telling you before, some of them left Virginia and moved down to North Carolina because they married European women. And they were more tolerant of that in North Carolina and South Carolina. Who talking about my cousin? Donnie. Opima. Did I mess your name up? Opimiha and Lady Gemini said they're Gibsons. All right, so in 1749, Johnson County, North Carolina, on the south side of Nueces River at a place called Powell's Run, a Sapani camp is mentioned. So y'all got to get these locations and these stuff like this down so you know when you're doing your genealogy where to do more research at to see if you're related to the Sapani or whatever the tribe is coming up. Tutelo joined the Six Nations in 1753. 1755, the Sapani Indians mentioned in Person County, North Carolina. In 1777, Sapani mixed bloods who are mentioned in the militia rosters in 1777. During the American Revolution, here are the surnames. Riddle, spelled Riddle. Collins, there go Collins again. Bunch again. Bowling again. Goins, Gibson, and Sizemore. So these are the Sapanis who fought in the American Revolution. Surnames. So if you have these surnames, you said call you Opie. Okay, Opie means white or pure in Powhatan language. Ope or Opie. You said you love hearing the word Sapani. Okay. But those surnames, so if you have those surnames and you're at a roadblock, it's good to look up the American militia rosters in 1777. Okay. All right. So 1784, some old Sapani families are living in Brunswick County, Virginia, near the location of the former Fort Christiana. Here are the surnames. Robinson, Hathcock, just like I mentioned earlier, Whitmore, Carr, Carr, Jeffries, and Guy, like Jasmine Guy. You said you have Bunch, Cooper, Hackstall from Bertie County as well. Okay. You said, Gwendolyn, make sure to send that information. Yes, please send me that information, Gwen. You said you're going to, when you have a chance. I know we talked on email before. My email's so flooded, you guys. It's really bad. You know some cars? Yeah, I know some cars too. I know some cars too. Okay. And Robinsons too. The Robinsons are direct descendants of Pocahontas as well. Robinson. You said Hardy. I know Hardy, who is a Natchez, but he is from Louisiana, Texas area though. You said Robinson's in your bloodline. Okay. So a lot of them in Cleveland. Hey, Ricto. Yeah, cars. Yeah, a lot of them. Also, the land he owned was in Choctaw area. Yeah, even though like Love Legacy was saying in the other live, even if your people are from somewhere, doesn't mean that they're from those tribes there. Okay, so the people migrated. So if you're in Louisiana and Mississippi and all that, you still got to do your work with genealogy. You can't just assume that you're Chata or Chata or whatever, Choctaw or whatever tribe that resides in the area, because you can go back to North Carolina possibly, or Virginia, or even New York, because you don't know. So you have to put that work in. Okay, keep going, never stop with the genealogy. Just keep going, unless you all the way back in 1300s. I mean, you can relax, because it's probably not going to be no documentations of that. He said, I found Virginia deep in my tree. For real? Uh-oh, we might be cousins. We might be cousins. I already found Opie's my cousin now. Yep, facts, right. Yeah, so you had a good show, Opie. So y'all check his I think I posted on the community, so y'all check it out. You know what? It seems like a lot of us that are related, it's like the ancestors really are kind of waking us up and wanting us to put this information out and help others find this information, connect at this time. Because y'all know that the certain people's time is up right now, right? So we gotta get moving, and just like Gwendolyn was talking about, we gotta take action. Really, it don't have to be nothing violent. Legal action is a good way to do things as well. You said truth about the ancestors, yeah. Okay, so 1827, Hathcock mentions the following. So he says, you said agreed, right? The Sapani Christiana Indians in 1827 were being documented or recorded as Catawba by their friends, neighbors, and officials in the Department of the Interior. Okay, so this causes an issue right here. The paper genocide of these people, even though it's another Siouan tribe or Siouan nation, it's still wiping out these people's identity by calling them Catawba when they're really Sapani, right? He provides two quotes. Number one, quote, if they descended from Indians at all, they were likely Catawba and lived in eastern North Carolina. And two, it is a region much more likely to have been occupied by Indians from Virginia or by the Catawba Indians who ranged from South Carolina up to North Carolina into Virginia. Okay, so they're making assumptions about these people, and that will change their identity right there. I mean, the Catawba language and the Sapani language is not the same, even though it's based on Siouan. They're different people, right? We mentioned Walker before, probably 2 or 3 videos back. You got to go back and look at the videos. That's why you got to look at the whole series of the genealogy videos to see your surname listed. But it is an Indian surname. You said you updated your tree. I'm trying to read all your stuff. Yeah. Yep, paper genocide. You said, I changed my name, but I'm very curious about the surname Softener and Tates. I'm not sure if I left money on the table. Softener, I'm not sure. That sounds Jewish to me. Tates was mentioned before. You got to watch the rest of the series. I believe that was in South Carolina. South Carolina. Okay, so here are the families that were listed in this 1827 document. These are Sapani families. So you stuck on the 4th generation. Okay, Hathcock, Dempsey, like Jack Dempsey, Jeffries, Guy, Johnson, Collins, Mack, like Tasha Mack, Richardson, Lynch, Silvers, Mills, like Stephanie Mills, Riddle, Riddle, Austin, like Dallas Austin, Hedgepath, spelled Hedgepath, peace, you guys, Copeland. Oh, Kim, I don't know if Kim's on here today. Kim was asking about this, about her surnames on here for Sapani. Oh, you're welcome. Yeah, please look back at all the series because I can't remember. I'm doing too many videos. I'm doing like 2 or 3 a week, so I can't remember. What'd you say? Much of the Eastern Sioux are taken into the Catawba Confederacy as the wars continue. Yeah, I believe that. Also, they joined the Air Force, as they said on here. All right, it says Copeland, Stewart, like Martha Stewart. We know she's not one, though. Harris. So Opie was talking about the Harris family extensively on his live. So if y'all go to my community page and click that link, you're going to find more information on them if you're connected to the Harris family. So he did a really good job. They all did a good job on that. You're welcome. That's where your grandfather family originated from. Okay, so you see that they were indigenous family, especially if they were exactly from that area. Y'all saying the Harrison are connected. Probably so, yes, Harrison. A lot of times the names flip-flop and people choose to change it around or whatever. Okay, you said Pinnell, an Indian surname. I'm not sure about that one. I haven't seen that yet. But we still have a whole bunch of surnames to go through as, you know, as I go and do more research, finding more information for you guys. Right, Harris, but yeah, you did a great genealogy on Harris, Opie. Okay, Nichols, Shepard, Gibson, Coleman, Martin, Branham, Johns, spelled Johns, Taylor, I'm a Taylor too, Ellis, Anderson, I'm an Anderson, Tom is a surname as well, you guys, Irvin is the surname even though it's a first name too, like Irvin Manager Johnson, spelled Ervin, Bowling. I already told y'all the Bowlings are related to Pocahontas. Valentine, like Brooke Valentine. Goins, it's spelled different than the other Goins. It's spelled Goens, but it's probably the same family. And you see, like I told y'all, these same names, surnames are associated with different tribes. So that's why you need to know the location as well. Sizemore, Bunch, Coker, Coker, Rickman, Rickman, Whitmore, Mullins, Perkins, like Sam Perkins. Harrison is on this list too. So they have them down as a separate family. Holley, spelled Holley. And Pettiford. Pettiford. I remember somebody asked me about Pettiford. So Pettiford is a Sapani surname on this list. Let's see. McDougal's. No, I'm not familiar with that list. I believe that surname was in North Carolina, though. It was a similar surname that I mentioned on the North Carolina video, if you go back and check that, because there was a lot of the Scots-Irish names on there, and people asked me to break down why they're Scots-Irish name. We know about the Scots-Irish Indian agents that married into a lot of families, or people chose that surname because they're familiar with that person doing business and commerce, so they use that surname as the straw man doing business and commerce. Let's see. You said Pettiford. Yeah, somebody asked me about that. I can't remember. I'm getting a lot of people asking me. What am I reading from? I'm reading from a blog with Indigenous research by Vance Hawkins. The website is vancehawkins.blogspot.com. Tantum, yes, I've heard of that. I don't know what association that surname is with, though. Yeah. Greens associated with the Nottoway. Thank you, Sheba. All right, so Sapani names mentioned by Rick Hathcock. Heathcock, he's spelling his name different ways. He said Heathcock mentions some 79 Sapani names. Oh, no problem. No problem. I don't understand why my battery don't make no sense to me. But hey, good day. And so he mentioned 79 Sapani names. Some are full names and some are just given names. And some are just surnames. Here's the list. So Chief Mastegonoe, we saw his name already before. Mastegonoe. They spelled his name different this time. Chief Manehip. Manehip. Chief Chawka, spelled Chawka. And this is some of the names are in Sapani, and I'm not familiar, so forgive me if I butcher these names. This is just Sapani. So the Sapani go across North Carolina and Virginia, as well as you see some of them in the Ohio Valley because they moved up there. Chief Pawnee, spelled Tanhe, Tanhe, Thnhee. Yes, thank you, Sheba. Chief Tom, so you see Tom is a Siouan surname as well. Chief John Harris, Captain Harry, Captain Tom, and it says in quotations, Chief Tom and Captain Tom are perhaps the same person. I don't know. If they were the same person, why are they mentioned twice? You know, could be a son or something. Okay, and it says Ned Bearskin, like a bear's skin. Ben Bearden, Paya or Prior. And this one says probably the same person. Maniasa. So you see Maniasa on here again. Dick, Harry, perhaps the same as Captain Harry. Isaac, Tom, perhaps the same as Chief Tom. Lewis Anderson, Thomas Anderson, Isham Johnson, Will Matthews, Isaac White, perhaps the same as Isaac. John Hart, like Kevin Hart. Carter Hedgebath. Beth, it's a weird name. Hedge, Hedgbeth. It's two separate words though. Peace, young Cherokee. Peace, Brian. Sepunis, spelled Sepunis. Cornelius Harris. John Collins again. Lewis Collins. Peace, Ohio player. You said there's also a hedge path. Yeah, there's a hedge. I've seen that one before. You said is Cummings form named the same Jamaica, as in Jamaica? I'm not sure. It probably is the same family. Really, it's probably the same family. Mullins, Charles Griffin. Absalon Griffin, spelled Absalon. Hannah Griffin's on here. John Sino. We saw him on here on the list several times, right? Oh my gosh. Look at my hair on my face. Tony Mack on here again. Great George again. Little Zach and Blind Tom again. Foolish Zach on here. Harry Irwin, spelled Arwin. Y'all, I'm struggling a little bit today. I didn't eat lunch yet. What y'all saying? You said you were Hasworth Carter Wills in Ohio. Let's see. Tom Irwin, John Austin, and it says senior and junior for John Austin on here. So John Austin Sr. is John Austin Jr. Richard Austin, Tuttero, that's probably a Siouan name, Tuttero, spelled Tutterow. Does the chat think about some of the Native Americans being Israelites? You said, what did they think? He said, seems Collins was well-used name. Yeah, you see the same names over and over again. You see the same ones over and over and over again. Dempsey, Miles Brunch, William Timms, or Thims, Thims. You said it comes from a Tuleo word. Okay. Tuttero, aka Tuleo, Iroquois name for Tuleo. Oh, okay, you guys. Thank y'all. Christopher Thimmons, or Thims, Thims. John Head, Isaac Head, Heathcock, Jeffries, Guy, Whitmore, Robinson, Carr, Ford, Long, Rickman, Coker, Jones, Richardson, Mills, Stewart, Goings, Jackson, Thor, Thore, Williams, Branham, Johns, and Coleman. Now these are in addition to some of those already mentioned that are not mentioned here. Okay. And he lists the sources on the page, so you can go check that out. Catawba Indian Genealogy by Ian Watson. Annual Report of the Boards of Regiments of the Smithsonian Institute. The Lumbee Problem. The Making of American Indian People by Karen I. Blue. I read that book. It's a good book, you guys. Guide to the Indian Tribes of Oklahoma by Merrill Hazel Wright. So these are the sources for this information on this list. Okay. 45th Congress Senate Document 144, 1897. Okay, various Eastern Siouan Communities by Forrest Hazel. And Who's Your People? Dr. Richard Carlson, PhD dissertation, So as you see, these are a lot of academia sources. So it's not stuff that he's pulling out the air. Okay, so y'all can check out, when you check out this page, y'all can see all this information. So let's move on. We're moving kind of quick today, right? So what we're going to get into now is the Cheraw and the Catawba. So we're in the Siouan people today we're covering. You said most of our people think they're Egyptian. Why is that though? You said no. There's a connection now. There's a connection now. I call people hoteps, but the hoteps got some information though. Got some. But I wouldn't say it was recent. You said because the rulership. And some people just want to be a part of something. Right? They want to be cool. They see that, notice that, cultures over here were just as glamorous. We had gold and pyramids too. You said out of Africa. If you're going by the out of Africa theory, yes, we're definitely connected if you're going by that. Yeah. Okay, so let's get into the Catawba. And we're on genealogy.com form and the surnames topics. So this is Cheraw Indians and the Catawba Indians became incorporated. All right, so she says she's been collecting emails. Says she, Ann Gallagher, and taking notes on the family. Okay, so according to my miscellaneous notes, the history of the Cheraw and Catawba Indians below. The Cheraw and Catawba Indians became incorporated, and their number in 1715, according to the Rivers, was about 510. And this estimate probably included the Kiawe tribe, which a lot of us never heard of. Kiawe being still subject to attack by the Iroquois. Remember, I just explained to you guys how the Pawnee were a buffer between the Iroquois and the Algonquins, because the Iroquois warpath really goes through Pawnee territory, and they really took a lot of that land from the Pawnee that was given to them by the Algonquins in our peace treaties. So, okay. They finally, between 1726 and 1739, became incorporated with the Catawba. Okay, so do y'all understand what's going on here? The governments are merging. Okay? So that's basically what says the Cheraw, right? And the Kiawe. Right. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. With whom at an earlier date they had been at enmity, excuse me. Yeah, the French and Indian War, yeah, some of them jumped ship to join the Iroquois, right. Yeah. Well, they were doing that before the French was here. There was a great war before these people showed up, the Europeans kind of just add fuel to the fire, and they were giving them weapons and trade and all this stuff. So that's what was going on. There was already stuff going on. Yeah, somebody at my door. I'm gonna act like I'm not here. So probably a package or something. So yeah, stuff was already going on, but them getting guns and stuff through trade really added fuel to the fire, basically. Okay. So in 1726 and 1739, they became incorporated with the Catawba, with whom early they had been in enmity. Okay, the population. During the Spanish period, the Cheraw appeared to have been considerable importance, but no estimate of the numbers have come down to us. All right. Note, all of my Skipper and Dozier ancestors lived in the following counties: Cheraw, Chesterfield, Darlington, Kershawand, Bishopville, Lee County, and South Carolina. Okay, so she said Skipper and Dozier. Dozier. So Dozier. Those are Cheraw families. All right, you said the oldest and biggest pyramids are in America. America has more pyramids than Africa. That is true. It's true. Cheraw Indian tribe. No, Cheraw, an important tribe, very probably Siouan stock, formerly ranging in central Carolina, east of Blue Ridge, from the present Danville, Virginia, southward to the neighboring neighborhood of Cheraw, South Carolina, which takes its name from them. Okay. Blah blah blah. So I'm going to try to scoot through this history to see if I can get some surnames because I have some time. My time is coming up. But if you want to go back to this, you will see what they're talking about. It's a whole bunch of stuff. I don't have time right now. Ain't nobody got time for that, right? So y'all can go back on your own own time, own terms, and do that. So let me try to get the surnames. So the Skipper family, Skipper or Cheraw, or Skep, spelled Skep. So they got John Skep and William Skep on here. Zuya La Province. That's near Asheville. Okay, let's see if we can get some surnames. I think she's mostly talking about her family. Okay, here's some surnames on here. 1676. The names: Charles Pinckney, spelled Pinkne, or Pickney. William Osborne. Helena Osborne. John Skipper. James McClellan. Then somebody just asked about the McClellan. Oh, someone just it was from Amazon. So James McClellan. He said you've been in every state. Okay. James Partridge. Wait a minute, no. Nathaniel Partridge. Thomas Eliot. Joseph Pendarvis. Wait a minute. Pendarvis. So Pendarvis. Is this on the Coastal Carolina website? No, we went back to the vancehawkins.blogspot.com page, and now we're on genealogy.com discussing the Cheraw surnames. Hello, Parker. So, okay, let me get back to it. Thomas Eliot, Joseph Pendarvis, Stephen Bull, spelled Bull, and the locations that they lived was Mays Creek, St. Helens Parish, Port Royal Sound, Charleston Neck, St. Philip's Parish, Cooper River, and Berkeley County. All right. Let me see if I can find some more surnames. Okay, they mentioned the Turners. I mentioned that earlier. No, in the last video. Turners on the Pawnee Reservation. It says, note, there are Turners on the Nottoway Reservation in Virginia with my skippers in the mid-1700s. Then there are Turners with my skippers in Marlborough County, South Carolina in the late 1700s, early 1800s. Could there be a connection with your Turners? This is somebody asking her, one of her cousins. Right, and that pretty much it seems like there is a connection there somewhere, pretty much. But your Turner, yeah. See, the Turners are the chief was actually Edith Turner, so the Turners are very connected to the Nottoway. All right. And Edith had fostered children who were the Woodsons, and I'm a Woodson. And I'm a Turner and a Woodson, so. Let me see if I can find some more. Because this, hurry up and find something on here. But she's mostly talking about the history and connections to her, hey Sophie, to her surname in the Catawba and Cheraw. All right, oops, I just found something else. Okay, this is 1733 South Carolina Archives, Series S111001, Volume 0003, page 00314. Oh, sorry. Item 2, and the date is 1733, May 23rd. Okay, so these are the description. It says James Ferguson, for John Skipper, Benjamin Skipper miners. Memorial for 260 acres on Cooper River, summarizing a chain of title to a grant to William Screven, spelled Screven. Names index is James Ferguson, John Skipper, Benjamin Skipper, William Skipper, William Dry, William Screven, William Hammett, I'm sorry, Hamett, Christopher Smith, William Elliott, and the locations is Cooper River, type memorial, topics estate disposition. Okay. So these other guys on this list were Cheraw men. Let's see. So Tina Turner is a Bullock and Ike was a Turner. I didn't know she was a Bullock. Didn't know that. All right, let's see. So, don't see any more. They mentioned the Butler name again for Cheraw surname. We know we saw the Butler name with Lumbee as well, but we know they intermarried. Okay. All right, here's some more names for Craven County. Thomas Jenkins, John Bearmar, spelled Bremar. Thomas Jenkins, again. William Hart, Thomas Skipper, John Dozier or Dozer. So it's spelled two different ways. This way it's spelled Dozer. He said Tina Turner's mother was Navajo and Cherokee. Okay. All right, you guys. So I gotta get going. Whoa, what is this? Hold on. So George Skipper, it says George Skipper, son of George Skipper, chiefman of the Nottoway. Okay, so one of the Skippers was the former chief of the Nottoway. It's probably before Edith. This is 1779. It's an anime. What? Oh, don't get into that domestic violence stuff. I don't like that. I'm getting no jokes. All right, you guys. So you guys have any more questions? You'll see Skipper and Turners and stuff related to Nottoway. Trying to see what y'all saying. Hey, Derek. Oh, appreciate you, Opie. Yes, so you guys please like and share this video out. Comment below once it goes out, once the chat is gone. Y'all can still comment on there. You said keep busting open these barriers, Tasha. Thank you, Akawa. I mean, Kawa. Why am I butchering names today? I have a lack of sleep for the last week or two. I have not been getting sleep, so my brain is like, brain is crazy. Oh, thank you, you guys. No problem. Just please like, subscribe. Please share it out so other people can see and connect with their families. And go back and look at the old videos because y'all asked me some of the names that have been mentioned before. So it's good to look at the old videos and see the context. Like Collins have been mentioned on almost every video, so it was very interesting. Yeah, I'm tired. I need some rest. So thank you, you guys. And hopefully I'll be back on here tomorrow. Gotta see, you said Yapan tea. Yeah, I got some ginger tea that I got on the stove. I need to just drink that. Right. I made it. I just didn't drink it. I got a stew on, so I'm eating with my stew once that's finished. All right, you guys. So, enjoyed the chat today. Oh, you're welcome. You said 3 more hours. No, I can't do it. I can't do it 3 more hours. I can't. You're welcome, you guys. Just so please share it out and like it and comment on it so we can keep going. I gotta know people are interested in this because I kind of feel like maybe I'm dragging this out. What do you guys think? Because I'm getting less views than my normal videos. I would just put one out once a week. And I've been putting out videos like 2 or 3 times this week and it's getting less views. So what do you guys think? Oh, no problem. And you guys, right now on adinaacademy.com, I have all classes off 20%. Just use the code FEB20, F-E-B, and 20, for when you check out. So everything's on 20% off. Hey, no problem, you guys. Hope I ain't looking tired on here. I know I didn't have my gum today, so that could be it. My brain's not, my mouth's dry. He said no stopping Tasha this lifetime. Thank you, Wanagi. Y'all check out his channel too. He has a lot of good videos as well. Okay, so, oh, thank you, Solomon. Thank you. You should do the California Indians. Yeah, I'm going to try to get to that. I'm trying to get down the East Coast and up through the Ohio Valley for you guys in the Gulf Coast because a lot of us are from that area. But I'm going to try to get over there as well. You said I'm even more interested in genealogy. Yeah, it's so exciting for me. I'm like a little genealogy nerd. It's so interesting for me. And y'all, once again, Love Legacy is having the 60-day challenge for genealogy. His email is lovelegacy400@gmail.com. So hit him up if you guys need some help. Y'all can still hit me up if you need help as well, even though I got a whole backload of inboxes right now. So, but I will get to you guys. It might take a minute. All right, but Love Legacy, he's ready. He wants to really help people before the 2020 census starts. So if you guys get stuck, you can hit us up or whatever. Right, you said California's named after Queen Khalifa. Right. That's exactly who it's named after. You said you went back to genealogy 1820. Oh, but you need help. Okay, well, you can email me, thetashashi@gmail.com as well. So, whoever you're more comfortable with. It's all about everybody doing their genealogy and getting help. It's not even about, not about all that stuff. But, okay, so in the Powhatan language, let me get off here. Thank you, Sheba. Anna.